Greetings and welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. We are going to get started here in just a minute. We got a couple people over on Discord. Mason, what is the number? 2 minutes? I don't know. Tiger Shark, greetings. K Dislikes Linux will be there shortly. Recently had to do some cryptography work. It was a pain. Very fun. Very fun indeed. All right, we got, who's over here? Got Jeffrey's on. Hello. Heard it right, folks. Amazon Alexa. Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. I should double check my camera's in focus, in fact, because I actually had to use it today for something else. Make sure the focus is good. All right, we look pretty good there. But I'm out of focus. Yes, the Alexa to text your phone as proof of movement within its range. Radar is for movement, not placement. No motion. Turn off everything. Text that message. Yeah. Good evening, Keegan. How's it going there? Just got home from passing your A+ exam. Did you get A+ in your A+ exam? Very good. Well, congratulations. And Moonbase Alpha Grays, take me to your leader. I definitely need some of that as well. Weebly. Interesting. All right. Wow, not a lot of folks are on today. Of course, I usually wait let the kitty cam go a little while longer, but he just wanted to jump off today. He wanted to jump off indeed. Let me double check. All right, I have a new microphone stand over here. It doesn't pick up quite as much if I touch the desk, but it does pick up a little bit. We can hear this? Apparently we can. But it should be a little bit better than the other one. This one actually has some padding on each side, and it's mounted a little bit differently. So there we have it. I put a camera or a new microphone mount on either end of the desk, so that way I can keep the microphone mounts where they are, and it actually works out pretty good. All right. Let's double check our numbers here. My computer keeps falling offline because I need a new Ethernet port over there. You figure out why that is. It might be because I was moving the desk around a little bit. It's got a little bit more pulled out of the way. All right. Well, we have a nice show here today. I was not able to find like some amazingly good Sillyville articles. So our Sillyville, unfortunately, is just kind of mediocre, but we'll deal with the Sillyville being just mediocre. I think we can probably deal with that. Should we go ahead and get started, or should we wait for a few more people to show up? There we go. We just got our 20 on our concurrence. 21. We'll give it a few more minutes. It looks like people are just getting in because, hey, I usually start the news about 10 minutes in, right? Let's see. I think we'll go ahead and get started. Wow, I just did not get that set up right. There you go. There you go. That's better on the comments. That's better on the comments. All right, we got some privacy news. We have privacy. I have 3 security/smart. I have a bunch of business, and I do have a group of Sillyville. They're not quite as silly as they have been in the past, but they're all right. We'll get in there and do some all right stuff with Sillyville there. I feel like I'm still a little out of focus. Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. There we go. That's better. That looks better. All right. Now we're good. All right. Let's go ahead and jump on into the privacy news. What is my first affiliate? That is my first affiliate. Make sure, guys, to grab your unicorn meat so you can confirm that unicorn meat is good because, man, we do have some Amazon stuff showing up. Let's go ahead and dive on in, shall we? Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the privacy edition, and we will also end the show with a little bit of security and smart, mostly some data leakages and a few smart devices that our world can probably be better without. Can we have an agreement? Let's just stop creating smart devices. We have enough. I think we have enough. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. First, Massachusetts. This is we always start in good news and things like that. Good news, updates, stuff like that. Massachusetts is on the verge of becoming the first. Oh, this is reported by The Verge. Oh, they're on the verge. The Verge. Anyway, they might become the first state to ban police use of facial recognition all across the whole state. Very interesting to see where some of these intersectionalities are going, because in some cases we're getting way more dystopian, and in other cases we're getting way less dystopian. And so with that, I think it's interesting watching the move here. It definitely is interesting watching the move and what's going on. So with that, I think that we should keep an eye on this. Of course, Massachusetts is kind of going a little bit kind of more crazy in many other cases. I think they're like absolutely forcing mask rules in like weird ways in weird places. But I don't know, Massachusetts has always been one of those states I just don't really ever want to live in. Very interesting. All right, and next up, Verizon has been leaking customers' personal information. At least, you know what? I thought I included that in the. I thought I moved that down to the next block section. Let's go ahead and do that in the next block section. I goofed up on that one. My apologies. That one was. Oh no, I know what I did. I actually moved those guys up to the privacy sections to clear out of the other things. All right, I'm good. We're back. Verizon has been leaking customers' personal information for days at least. So this is a bug in the chat feature, can show transcripts of other chats. So, you know, all these fun little chats, let's do these. Of course, you got to give them all this detail before you get logged in. Well, it turns out that some of that stuff could kind of leak out. So here you can see examples of people finding chats that belong to other people, which includes some really private information. Oh, look at that guy there, the account numbers and things like that. That looks quite epic indeed. So the leak occurred on Monday. They're now aware of it at least, so hopefully they're doing something about it. So looking into an issue involving our online chat system that assists individuals who are checking on the availability of FiOS services. We believe a small number of users may have had name, phone number, and or a home building or building address from an unrelated individual who had previously used the chat system to enter information. Since the issue was brought to our attention, we have identified and isolated the problem and are working to have it resolved. So hey, if you've checked out with Verizon, the FiOS service is available in your area, or FiOS service is available in your area, then be careful. Particularly, you know, you might have some weirdos showing up. All right, 243 million Brazilians had their health data exposed online. This is the Ministry of Health database. This is why I'm completely against putting all these medical databases. It's amazing, it's a cure. Half these morons don't even know, like, half these morons will give you your social security number for a cookie if you give them the opportunity. It's all secure. Who was I was talking to? It's more of a personal story. I want to mention that one. But government agents like, hey, email us for private stuff. Like, no. No. You know, that's the type of stuff we start to see. But now when we get into a case where we're forced to put all our health data onto these online databases, and then stuff like this happens, and there you go, leaks all of the data, leaking it all. There you have it. So, passwords, let's see, password to access a highly sensitive Ministry of Health was stored inside a government site's, yeah. If you've ever worked on a website, I know somebody sent me one recently, I'm in the process of redeveloping it. They sent me their stuff, and I'm like, well, what's the login password? Like, we really don't know. So I got in there and looked at the code, like, oh, there it is. It's hard-coded right into the file. Admin login, there you go. There you have it. All right. Very interesting. So this is why I will resist all forms of massive data collection and storage. It's just not an appropriate thing. All right. Hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirm. There we have it. So Amazon now lets you text Alexa on an iOS to ask for things instead of using your voice only. That's right. I'm in the middle of class. It's like, oh, I just forgot. I need to order more unicorn meat. Alexa's nowhere around. I'm wearing my Alexa glasses, but I can't just stand up in the middle of class and go, hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat, confirm. I just can't do that. I mean, it's disruptive for the rest of the class, so I can bust out my trusty iPhone, bing, boom, and then Alexa will order unicorn meat, confirm. So, yeah, type with Alexa is available as a new public preview. So they're testing a new feature, the ability to type out Alexa commands instead of having to ask questions or requests by speaking out loud. Type with Alexa is a public preview feature available to iOS Alexa app customers, allowing you to interact with Alexa without using voice, meaning everything that you can currently say to the Alexa, you can now be typed using your Alexa mobile app instead. I would not be using mobile apps for that kind of stuff. It's just the problem with mobile apps, there's so many sensors and location trackers and all sorts of other things that they can get and find, etc. That that otherwise they wouldn't otherwise be able to see or access. And so that's one of the things that we need to keep in mind there. All right. Let's see. You need to opt out of Amazon Sidewalk. So Amazon Sidewalk, if you've not seen this is the mesh network that Amazon is putting together with their Alexas and their Rings, and they even have the Alexa devices to put on your mailbox that will alert you when your mailbox is open, all sorts of weird stuff. And what they're trying to do is build this giant network around. And inside this giant network, what they're trying to do is they're trying to just basically capture a system that can always perpetually keep anybody completely, totally connected. So you probably haven't heard of it. There is a good chance that you or someone else you know has an Amazon Echo or a Ring camera. And if you own one of those devices and live in the US or know someone who does, you need to tell them to opt out of the service as soon as possible. What is Amazon Sidewalk? Well, it was quietly announced late last year. Unless you watched the Weekly News Roundup, we covered it about the time it was first released. And what it is a secondary, like I said, reported here in the article, is a secondary shared network for certain connected devices. The idea is to use Echo and Ring devices as a bridge to extend connectivity over longer distances. In other words, it's going to use your internet connection to transmit somebody else's data. So some morons walking down the street watching a full streamed HD video on an Amazon Sidewalk, it'll connect to you and eat your data cap and your internet. This is why data caps are completely bad, why Comcast needs to be shut down from forcing all these data caps that they're going to start doing in January across the entire country. The problem is there's too many things that can take your data without having to look into all of the other nuances. Like, it's one thing for me being able to control what's on my network, but what Amazon is trying to do is develop this mesh network that anybody walking down the street, driving down the street, hanging out on your block, connected with their Alexa devices can also bridge off of your internet. So, hey, you're taking your already small data cap and just sharing it with every nearby person who happens to be walking down your street. That's a big fundamental problem in and of itself, but it kind of gets worse than that. So if your internet goes down, your reminders about your Ring security camera are useless. Not an issue with Sidewalk. You can just tap into the neighbor's device. Yeah, and use up their data cap. So yeah, Sidewalk pilfers a small portion of your bandwidth, then gets lumped together with Amazon Alexa devices in your vicinity to create a separate network. So in total, Amazon says that monthly data will borrow is capped at 500 megabytes. That's a terabyte, by the way, or half of a terabyte. So, I'm sorry. Wow, 100 megabytes. No, I'm off. That's wrong. Sorry. No, 500 megabytes, then gigabytes, then there. Okay. So it is fairly small, but nevertheless, I don't want anybody stealing it. And let's see if that cap is actually enforced. There you go. Yeah, I almost had, wow, that was a bad thing. Computer channel, yeah. Hope not bracing your confidence all the way. Anyway, earlier today, I was one of many people who received an email saying that Sidewalk's launch is coming to your Echo device later this year. I knew what Sidewalk was, mainly because I'm a gadget reviewer, recently wrote it up. Let's see if he has more information. I'm not going to read all the article. But you can go into it to disable the feature on your Alexa. You're disabling me. No, I want to order unicorn meat. All right. If you're new around here, this is Alexa the unicorn, by the way. Just FYI. He likes to order his unicorn meat. Chow down. So you go into more settings, account settings, Amazon Sidewalk, and turn all that bleepy bleep stuff off. That I don't say those words on this channel. So there we have it. No, Gizmodo, I'm not going to subscribe. Google, this is terrifying. This is going to be your weekly reminder to watch The Selfish Ledger. Yeah, we're going from monthly to weekly because these guys are getting crazy. Watch the selfish ledger. What's going on here is one of the things that seems to come out of the selfish ledger. Relive your best memories with a new feature from Google Photos. So the idea is, you guys kind of like what Facebook does. Hey, this date 3 years ago, this cool thing happens. They show you a picture. My dog died today. But they have the thing where they'll kind of pull in some event from 3 years ago on this day, such and such thing happened. You posted this was your status, whatever, right? Well, Google's kind of doing this, and what they're going to do is they're going to, quote, tap into your memory utilizing AI and machine learning and find a photo that matches what it thinks you might want to see and set that as your background. That is right, folks. So down here, we're using machine learning to curate what appears in memories so you don't have to parse through duplicate shots. You can instead reflect on the best ones where the photos have a good quality and all the kids are smiling. We understand that this sounds dystopian. Oh, I'm sorry. We understand that you might not want to revisit all your memories, so you'll be able to hide certain people or time periods, aka the X, okay? And you'll have the option to turn this feature off entirely. But isn't it so nice that they're giving you a brand new feature to parse through your brain cells with machine learning and AI to feed you things you might want to see where everybody's happy and smiling? That's kind of frightening. And it's getting weirder and weirder, isn't it? On to our feature privacy story. Microsoft's creepy new productivity score gamifies workplace surveillance. If you've not seen this, this is a new feature that was rolled out very quietly in Teams right before Thanksgiving. And what it actually does is it adds a whole variety of markers onto all of the various things you could be doing with Teams. How frequently are you checking your email? Do you turn your camera on during meetings or turn them away during meetings so people can't, watch YouTube in it or something? And it basically measures all these things. How much do you at people in emails? How much do you utilize the company blog posts? And they did change some things because some privacy advocates get a hold of this going, this is creepy because it was all completely tied to your account. So your boss could see, oh, this one's a productive little cog. This one over here needs a stern talking to. It was that specific. So in response to all of this backlash, Microsoft comes out and they say, we're going to take the user account off of this. The machine ID stays, though, by the way. So if you're an IT department, your IT department might know your machine ID. If nothing else, they can get or infer your machine ID. So you're still not completely hidden from that in respects to that. So one way to crystallize just how creepy the scheme is, imagine a person with a stopwatch and a clipboard sitting behind you, meticulous recording how long you spend on each task, completing a dossier on everyone doing the same thing, and then reporting the findings to management. And that is exactly what it was doing. We have a nice tweet here. Wolfie Christie, Crystal? He is a very well-known security or privacy researcher. He says, esoteric matrix based on analyzing extensive data about employee activities has been mostly the domain of fringe software vendors. Now it's built into MS365. So remember, it's trying to push everybody on the Microsoft 365. Well, this is kind of why. They are collecting boatloads of data. Boatloads. More data than this should have possibly be connected. It kind of reminds you of the desktop apps that crappy places like Upwork wants you to install. Use this and we'll determine how active you are. Dude, how do you know I'm being active? Oh, this guy's on the internet. Yeah, how do you know I'm not looking up a code because, you try memorizing absolutely everything about what you're doing. It doesn't work well. All right. New feature to calculate productivity scores turns Microsoft 365 into a full-fledged workplace surveillance tool. Straight from the horse's mouth, this is actually Microsoft's website posted a couple days ago about the productivity score. It provides metrics to see where you are in your digital transformation journey. I'm sorry, I am not an Autobot, nor am I a Decepticon. I do not need to be anywhere in my digital transformation journey, okay? I just need to get some work done. And then I need to go off and live my life. And Autobots, Decepticons unite, okay? You have now a common foe. I think it's Hydra. They go by the name Microsoft. Insights about the data to help you identify opportunities to improve productivity and satisfaction in your organization. I'm very satisfied when you don't watch. And number 3, recommended actions you can take to help your organization use Microsoft 365 more efficiently. You, little cog, you shape up and use your tools, your surveillance tools more, or you're going to be memory holed. People like forgetting he existed. We provide metrics, insights, and recommendations in 2 areas. People experiences. People experiences. Interesting. Qualifies how the organization works using Microsoft 365 categories like content collaboration, mobility, communication, meetings, and teamwork. It is going to be in a later episode, but yeah, they're even putting a CarPlay app so you can continue on with your meetings while you're driving in your car. For crying out loud. All right, if I ever get one of these cars with an infotainment system, Purpose 1, remove the infotainment system. There you have it. Technology experiences. Your organization depends on reliable and well-performing technology as well as efficient use of the slave driver, Microsoft 365. Endpoint analytics helps you understand how your organization can be impacted by performance and health issues with your hardware and software. Microsoft 365 apps helps you understand whether the devices in your organization are running 365 apps on recommended channels. You use our stuff or you get out. There's no more LibreOffice for you, folks. All right. Let's see. How is the score calculated? Are you ready for the calculations? Let's see. So your productivity score is based on the combined scores of your people and technology experiences. Oh, it's the experiences. What moronic hack comes up with all of these crazy... It's the experiences. We're going to experience it. You should maybe be frolicking down the street with a basket full of flowers. My God. Each category is weighed equally with a total of 100 points. The highest possible productivity score is 800, just like a credit score. Score categories: communications, meetings, content collaborations. I have not seen you reply to the forum yet, little cog. Teamwork. Oh, are you working well together? Mobility. I have not seen you on a meeting in your car in CarPlay. You get with it, boy. Endpoint analytics, network connectivity, Microsoft 365 apps health for a total of 800 points. Wow, I want to be the high scorer in my office building. Products included. Let's see. So productivity scores includes data from Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, Teams, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Outlook, Yammer, and Skype. Great. Organization score is updated daily and reflects user actions completed in the last 28 days. For people experiences data. People experiences data. I don't think that's a typo, people. For people experiences data. Winston, can you change something down here? I think we got something that needs to be scrubbed from the memory holes here. All right, Winston's going to get right on this. You need Microsoft 365 for business or Office 365 for enterprise subscription. Remind me not to get any of those. Endpoint analytics, data for your tenant. You need to add Microsoft Intune to your subscription. Intune helps you protect your organization's data by managing devices and apps. All right. Productivity score is only available on the admin center and can be accessed by IT professionals. You know, the guys who know your machine ID, who have one of the following rules, various admin stuff and global readers. You can interpret your scores. There you have it. Now, what they did do, they got a lot of backlash on this, and so they end up pulling the the name, the username off of the data, but everything else is still there. So, you know, the good little cogs in a machine can still do their work. Well, if you want to hide from Microsoft, consider using ExpressVPN. Of course, I am not a person that will tell you, sign up for ExpressVPN. It's going to prevent Facebook from tracking you across the internet. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys like Ben Shapiro and whatever else. Stop saying this stuff, because if you're using a VPN, once you log into Facebook, Facebook knows exactly who you are and exactly what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're on the VPN. Okay, let's get that out of the way. But there are very good and legitimate reasons you need a VPN. If you're out at coffee shops, if you need to change your geolocation, or you need to get around something else in your local ISP, all valid reasons for a VPN. Consider using my affiliate link, tlm.li/EV. And just remember, if you're logged into Facebook, they can still see what you're doing, all right? Your ISP may not be able to do that. So there we have it. Let's jump on over and look at just three articles from three articles from Security and Smart. All right, and I need to reset my comments. So let's go ahead and reset the comments. Are comments working at all, or is nobody actually commenting? I am literally not getting any comments on YouTube at all. Let's see if I can get more. Hey, I got the comments back. Yay! That's exciting. Let me reset my comment field window. Yeah, if it was like, so my apologies if you jumped on and I didn't get your comments before we actually started the stream. It was kind of locked at my comment was the last one, and we didn't have a lot of people on the stream early on. And so if you left a comment, everything after my initial greetings comment, I couldn't see comments for a while. I just had to reset everything. So let me get our comment thread back over here as well. That looks good. All right, now I will get to your comments. My apologies if I did not get to your comments before the show, and my apologies if I don't get your comment before Peabody, because I apparently have lost all comments prior to that. So anyway, greetings. Fix a mistake that should have been fixed a few months ago. Now finally enable AUR updates in Arch. All right. Bah, humbug. 4th of July is better. All right. Hypnotic's update added a new interface with full screen mode. All right. Is it Hypnotic? A lot of get packages, AUR. It's kind of painful. Let's see. Christmas is canceled this year. Yeah, probably. It depends on where you are. I attended a super spreader event for Thanksgiving. I'll probably attend a super spreader event for Christmas too, you know. How many South Americans does it take to have their data exposed? A Brazilian. Boom. Epic. Very good. All right, let me jump over to Discord before I forget. Let's see. It's just a couple over here. Alexa, play. I don't know. Is that? I don't know. I have to quit this service. Yeah. Turn the phone to one of those phone machines into a mall, and the facial recognition could recognize me to my license. So I wonder how good facial recognition is. It could or couldn't recognize you to your license. Use VPN to watch out of market football game. There you go. Out of market football games. There's a good one. All right. Let's see. Admin 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yeah. Just wear a mask, then Hail Mary and go shopping. Good luck. There you go. Finally getting around to working on Plasma 520 for Fair and OS. Very good, man. Awesome. Who will you be disturbing in class anymore? Many schools are virtual. I know. Okay. All right. Fair point. Be here in the YouTube chat instead of the Discord. All right. Sounds good. Is it northern Minnesota? We use radar and police cars into a Google map so everyone knows where the police are. Nice. Paid for by Biden BLM funds. There you go. I want the ability to talk to Alexa using unicorn meat. There you go. How about talking to Alexa through a unicorn horn? No, not my horn, no! Let's see. Plasma style colors. Let's see. Bit rough around the edges compared to 519. What's slowly coming along? Is this live or pre-recorded? This is live. It is live. We are live, Crazy Land. We are live. Nearly tried backporting WIP kickoff resignation to redesign, excuse me, 520 for the lols. Hey, you know, why not? Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings. Let's see. Yay, Google brainwashing us. Yep. Got that name in the army. All right. Let's see. Get Catalyst OS for Google. Need a Pixel phone. Yeah, I run a Nexus 5X with Lineage. Happy about that. Big brother is watching. Yes, he is. So everything now must be track, which dumb is sure, but we need a track, but a few things. Don't need to track your bowel movements. We don't need to track your bowel movements? But come on, Dave. Your anal print doesn't look right today. Let's see. You know, if you can't trust the employee, fire them. They're not getting stuff done. Fire them. There you go. Yep. It's fairly easy to see if there's results coming through. Have they finished their task? Oh, okay. Then they've gotten results. There you go. Linux Mint 20 added Chromium to its official repositories. And it's version 87, so it's actually up to date. Yes. I did a video about that about 3 weeks ago, I think. People just use Office software from 2004. First interview question to the employer. Do you use Office 365? If yes, ask no more questions. That's right. People always hating me because I hate Microsoft. This is why. I know. Yep. I'll tell you, like, I'm not sure if I had to go out and have a normie job, I'm not sure I'd be able to cope right now. I might be one of them postal going guys, but let me my little computer office here, my own little network here, and I'm happy with that, you know. Don't absolutely hate Microsoft, but I never said I love them either, yeah. Why I refuse to use Microsoft software? They'll call it a typo, yeah. Oh no, it's marketing. It's experience data. Come on. Let's see. Moving myself a grace. I don't hate Microsoft. I just think they went off their rocker. Yeah, I'm not absolutely tearing this Microsoft productivity thing part of. Yeah, I know, right? How many of you guys use it? Didn't even know it existed. I think one of my clients uses it. Although I think I'm the only one who has access to that. I think 2 of us. I actually think I could go in and see the productivity data on one of my clients' accounts. They had to make me an admin so I could fix the email. They were using email for their Outlook for their emails, and so they made me an admin of their Office 365 network so I could fix stuff. See how dystopian that actually is. I don't know. Does your old keyboard work? Let's see. Comment. I'm commenting. I gotcha. All right. Test more distros in VirtualBox found in Endeavor OS. Cinnamon, that if you want POMAC and EOS, you have to manually install it. All right. Stupid EOS does not give you the option to install a GUI package manager. Oh, Endeavor OS? Oh, okay. I was thinking EOS. I was thinking Elementary OS. I'm like, they do. Oh, Endeavor OS. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's the pure Archway, though. Come on. One of my comments, I'm not surprised about Microsoft. They seem to be publishing to the VR, AR space with Xbox. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I didn't lose a lot of comments. It looks like the comments that came through were pretty much related to the first story. New LibreOffice 7. Does anyone know if you can switch the online off and on again? Don't use MS Word because you can only use it online. What do you mean by that as far as online, offline? So the LibreOffice itself is a application that sits on your computer, so it's not online unless you're using like Calibora or something, in which you would kind of know if you're accessing through a web browser. So I don't know. Maybe clarify what you're asking there, I guess. Linux 32-bit now. Kernel 5.9 RCX is now running. There you go. Still holding out for Linux 5.10 LTS. Archway, they make good cookies. There you go. Cookies? All right. Alexa, play some Pokemon. There you go. I think that I encountered some people in the park today that were playing Pokemon. I think there was a Pikachu in the trunk of my car. This lady like kept on coming close to my car and then come away close to my car and back away. I was sitting there sending messages to somebody, and it's like I almost felt like saying, "Hey, lady, if there's a Pokemon over here, I'll be gone in a second. You can come over and find the Pokemon and get it out of here. My car must be possessed by a devil or something. There's a Pokemon over here." Old lady too. Old Chinese lady playing Pokemon Go with a phone in the park. It's 2020's weird, guys. 2020's weird. Your Lenovo tablet, do you install twerp on it? No, my Android tablets, I keep my Android tablets stock because I use them for testing stuff. And so I don't really use them in production. I just use them to test things. It's the same with my Windows 10 and my Mac computer. They're just for production testing, and so I don't mess with them. That's kind of why I got the Pine tab, is to play around with that. Best way to set up Nextcloud. Diotitus, look at the video I just did on Linode. Because you go into Linode, just make sure that you have your domain name propagated to it about 24, 48 hours beforehand, and then go into Linode, create a new Linode, push the Nextcloud button, and you're up and running. And I actually, I was not planning on doing a video tomorrow, but I actually have another Nextcloud video there. I haven't processed it yet, but maybe I'll process that tonight, and I'll do that tomorrow. Which basically it's like you've installed Nextcloud, now let's get things set up. Because I wasn't actually planning on dropping a video tomorrow, but maybe I'll do that. Just have an extra one out there. Problem with Microsoft crap, they refuse to use it and ditch Windows. Yep. I am up to date. Yes, indeed, I am. Can't say 2021 because we lost 2020. 2021 will be a blast, literally. Yeah, we might see some blastiness. That's certainly for sure. All right. Get the coof out. And let's jump on over to our, I think, they do smart. Evil security. There you go. We're gonna do this one, and then this one's probably only be just a few more minutes here, and then we'll be back. And onto the smart/security type news. We have from wristcam.com. They have a nice new add-on for an Apple Watch, which gives us these nice dystopian cameras. If you can see from the photo here, one of them is a selfie cam, so now you can walk around like this. Yay! I'm vlogging! What looks stupider, this or with the phone? At least with the phone, you know what you're doing. You're doing this. I don't get it, And then it actually has another one down here, which is you can take pictures this way. You know what this is going to do? This is, what do they call them over in Japan, I think, like the creeper shots or something? Where you you stick your camera in weird spots, you just grab pictures of people and they don't recognize it. Maybe you're getting really close to somebody, stuff like that. And of course, they've thought of this. They didn't think of it well, but they thought of it, So see it, snap it, share it. So it basically goes on to an Apple Watch. It looks like it's a modified band for the Apple Watch. And privacy matters, guys. Bright LEDs next to both cameras will help keep everyone aware when wristcam is capturing with a single pulse for photo and a continuous pulse for video. As if anyone is going to know what the hell this thing is that's blinking on them, okay? There's all these smart tech gadgets running around. I said it earlier. Can we just stop making smart tech? Do we really need a 4K camera on a wristband? I mean, maybe if you're James Bond. But we don't need creepers running around society taking creep shots with this thing. And, privacy matters. Yeah, because I'm going to see that thing from a ways out there. And by the way, this is like magnified 4 times or something insane like that. I mean, think of it. This is the size of the Apple Watch. Which is like this big. It's big. That little dot is like, I mean, really. All right. High tech meets high fashion. Whoa! There's nothing fashionable about this camera. Look at these things. Of course, look at this guy. You can Skype like this. Like, is this an Inspector Gadget watch? Be careful, this wrist will self-destruct. Ah! I mean, really. This is insane. So, yeah, it's more dystopia stuff. Here's some nice photos you can get from it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's the dog. The dog's like, I'm going to bite that thing off. But, you know, there you have it. It's looking good. All right. So there you go. Riskcam.com if you want to be the newest and trendiest, or you're just a creeper and you want some creep shots. Either way, whatever. Baltimore students were told to ditch Windows PCs after a ransomware attack. You're like, awesome! The kids were told to ditch PCs. Oh no, they were forced instead to use Google and Chromebooks. Talk about jumping out of the pan and into the fire. I mean, really, But apparently there was a big ransomware attack. Of course, the whole school district is at home, and so everyone got a day off because their whole school was hit with ransomware attacks because, Windows sucks. And so they all get there, and then the school's like, all right, guys, just use your Chromebooks and your Google accounts instead. How much you want to bet the ransomware is going to be like, it's from Google, right? All right, guys, these guys got Windows PCs, and we also gave them some Chromebooks, but we keep noticing they're seeing the Windows PCs. I got it. Let's get the data onto the Google accounts. Let's ransomware their Windows computers and leave our Chromebooks in the fire. I mean, that's how you do it. You wipe out your competition by, you wipe out every option except the one you want them to use. I mean, this is strategy, guys. This is strategy. So all of the students were now forced to go onto their spyware Google accounts and use their Chromebooks because Windows 10 and ransomware, it just goes hand in hand. No, I don't really want to see any of your cookies. All right, it's going to give me another one. Let's reject all. There you go. Thank you, Sky News. Soldiers could one day communicate through brainwaves. This is starting to sound too much like a science fiction novel I wrote. Man, I should have promoted my science fiction novel at the end of this one. Should I do that? I'll go ahead and do that. I was going to talk about Subscribe again, but I'll talk about my science fiction novel instead. So the algorithm and complex mathematics could change the face of how the military operates. Isn't that exciting? So the idea is to utilize, and I'm not sure it's brain implants as much as special helmets that can cross-sync brain waves, and then it allows the military personnel within a squad to communicate with one another through brain waves, which is definitely a little out there and a little bit dystopian. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit disturbed about this, particularly with the over-militarization that you get inside of, inside of even police forces. How long before this is in the police force and everybody is a giant bot-like hive mind? You will assimilate, you will assimilate, you will assimilate. Well, brainwaves. So let's go ahead and talk about my book. Let me just go ahead and pull it up real quick. tlm.li/s. And I have a science fiction novel called Synaptergy. And in Synaptergy, we have Mark woke up in the hospital room, unable to remember why he was there, but this was overshadowed by his being paralyzed. Using his robotics education connections, he rebuilt his once functional body. In the process, the team soon discovers the cost for restorative technology. What could be the price to restore bodily functions? Mark needs to determine if he will pay that price. You can head on over to synaptergy.com or tlm.li/s. On the where to buy, these are a list of the places that I know you can pick it up if you can get it directly from our author website or all the way down through a variety of different sources and print book, ebook, and audiobook format. You can read the whole first chapter over here on the website. You can go ahead and read that, or you can listen to the first 5 minutes. Let me just go ahead and allow that once from Privacy Badger. On SoundCloud, you can listen to the first 5 minutes of the book as well. If you want updates when the second book is coming out, go ahead and hit the newsletter button. Sign up to the newsletter. We will have a sequel to the book coming out. And I am just finishing up a book right now, so I'm going to be working on the sequel to this novel. Is one of the next books in my lineup. So head on over to synaptergy.com or tlm.li/s for more information. All right. Let's go ahead and jump on back over to there. So sci-fi military brainwave, yep. I prefer living farming town in Japan, not IoT in the house. There you go. Can't predict 100 minutes. Yeah, all right. Huge Windows Server assignment due on Sunday. Well, we'll see you later, Keegan. Greetings. Pine tablet capable of doing basic stuff such as listening to music and... Okay, not well. Don't do the Pine Tab yet. It's not quite there yet. If you want a mini Arch PC, it works great. Every other function I've tried, pretty much sucks. But it is an excellent mini Arch PC. And for that, it is to be commended. And the Arch guys are also to be commended. They're the only ones that got the Pine Tab working right. I asked yesterday about what you think of Next Own Cloud Focus distro. I meant it as in a set of default apps with native integration. That's interesting. Yeah, that's actually an interesting idea. I'm wondering what one could do to make that type of thing happen. That's a neat concept. In the year 2070, there will be a shortage of milk. Just buy a cow. 2070, less toilet paper. Silver lining. Hey, 2073 seashells. Come on, guys. Greetings, Carbon. How are you? I am doing well. By 2029, cats will become extinct, and by 2030, you'll get a successor to the cat species. Awesome. All right. Who uses tiling window manager instead of a DE? I use DEs personally. There you go. Moonbase Alpha Grays beat me to 3 seashells. You know, I do not think I've seen Demolition Man since it was out in the theaters. I think it's been that long since I've seen it. I think I need to see it. Let's see. Great. Now I cannot scratch your butt on public before someone takes a photo of it. That's right. Get that one. She's scratching her butt. Bet pedos try to use it to spy on kids. Oh, I guarantee it. There's going to be some bad stuff in this technology. Electrical tape of the LED indicator if you don't want anyone knowing you're live streaming. Yep. Just a little blob of black paint. Actually look better. Blob of black paint would blend in a little bit better. Have to try out Iced Window Manager, i3 or something like that. Yeah, I really want to. I'm just too busy right now to take the time to learn a new environment. So, 50s Dick Tracy watch, now doing skirt shots. Yeah, I know. Hey, at least we have Google Cloud infrastructure. There you go. Eventually, all the nation's schools will ban Windows PCs. Yeah. 2020 reminds me of the movie 1984. Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it? Well, I don't know. 2020, not quite yet. 2021's going to start looking like 1984, though. We all need to figure out which is the line you are not going to cross. For me, not wearing a mask. I've actually found now 2 full grocery stores I can go in that, I mean, they have some signs. One of them has a sign, and you kind of see it. But they're like... the other one has a lot of signs all over, but they don't enforce it. I've walked right by the managers. No one says a word to me. Everyone's nice. Everyone's cordial. I haven't been Karen'd yet either, which is kind of weird because I'm in Libtard State College, but I have not been Karen'd yet. Which is kind of maybe, you know, I might have been Karen'd once. I was passively aggressively Karen'd once. I'm walking down the woods in a path reading a book because I walk and read. That's how I get my exercise and reading done at the same time. Walking down this path, kind of in the middle of the woods. I mean, it wasn't like middle of the woods, but it was an offshoot path, huge park, perfectly capable of social distancing. Hey, you want me to social distance? I'll social distance all day long. I don't care. All right. But I'm walking down this path, reading a book, and here's this crazy lady coming in with a couple dogs and a big old mask on, walking alone in the middle of a park. Like, nobody's around. We're not talking a crowded park, okay? There's like 2 human beings you can see, me and this lady. And so, you know, I was just walking along. She gets way off the path. Of course, there's a newspaper article in statecollege.com talking about proper etiquette, who stays on the path, who gets off the path, who walks in the street, who doesn't walk in the street. And there's this etiquette they're trying to teach about when you're walking down the sidewalk so you don't possibly come within close distance of somebody. And so we're walking on the path, and she gets like 10 feet off the path, turns this way, like turns away from me with her back to me while I walk by, and she gets back on and she says, "You're welcome!" I'm like, shut up, you moron. So yeah, I think I was passively aggressively Karen once. I think that's the only case. Where's the tinfoil hat? It's over there. Fluxbox is ugly. All right. Normies in their Windows 10. Yeah. Normies in their 4-wheel drive vans. Hey, man. We all need one wheel in the front for steering, yeah. Hey, myself and wife happy about the sequel coming soon. Can't wait to read it. Anna Rita, I do have a beta read that is starting this weekend on my testimony book. So if anybody else is interested, just reach out to me on the contact form on any of the websites. It is a Christian book, so it is a Christian testimony. Basically my life story up to this point in time. If anybody's interested in beta reading that, then go ahead and reach out to me, and I will get you on the list. And I will hopefully be starting that this weekend. I think I have enough feedback in from other places to do that. Sort of fixed for Windows 10. Did a 2000 light, brings back memories. Let's see. Windows 10 asking for a mobile phone number. Yep. Yeah, it does want your number. You can bypass it still so far. San Diego Unified School District trying to force students into using Chromebooks by doing funky stuff with Zoom. They have spyware on there, but I got expelled for saying this. Yeah, there you go. There you have it. DWM. I have not used window managers, so I couldn't give you a comment on window managers. Let's see. If they could use some sort of brain communications, I bet it'll roll to the public and companies start collecting our thoughts and push ads to our brains. Yep. 2023, cow shortages. Some schools are beginning to recognize Linux. That's good. Some schools now acknowledging its existence and uses. There you go. The Amish don't bother because you have no beard. Yeah. Possible. That's what I'll have to do sometime. I'll just have to grow out my beard again. And when I go into these places, I'll just put on, Amish type stuff and just go in and I'll just be the Amish dude. No one will mess with me if I'm an Amish guy. 2 of the many programs in my school offered are available for Windows 10. 2030 ice cream will cost as much as a steak dinner at Morton's Steakhouse. Oh boy, that's fun. Or not. It's terrifying, actually. No, I can't live without my ice cream, guys. I can't live without my ice cream. What is our affiliate this time? Oh, it's our new affiliate. Oh crap, I did not add a banner for that one yet. Let's go ahead and duplicate you. Call it that. Push OK, move you up. And let's see. Where'd you just go? I just had you a second ago. There you are. Delete that. Yes. New image. And where's my new image? I need my new image. I created the banner. I just did not create the scene for it yet. Ooh, just OBSing on the fly. Hope y'all don't mind. All right, there we are. We are good to start in on busyness. Let's get back to the business of busyness. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition, and we will end in Sillyville. You can catch these shows live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you are so inclined. But let's go ahead and dive right on into the business end of things. First, we have some updates, and then we're going to have a party, and then we're going to get into the business news. We really have a couple of business articles here. First, as an update, over in Brazil, it turns out that shipping an iPhone without a phone charger is actually illegal. So Apple is going to have to sell the chargers with the phones, particularly in Sao Paulo, is the only place that specifically has it. So they have a state consumer protection law, and it basically says you cannot sell a crippled device. And since a phone has to have a charger to charge, Apple is not allowed to sell phones in Sao Paulo without having a charger with it. And my apologies, I probably butchered that. I know a couple of you guys speak Portuguese or Brazilian or whatever. I think it is Portuguese down in Brazil, right? Is that right? Do they do Portuguese in Brazil? I don't know. Hey, I'm a United States normie guy. I mean, I'm not a state traveler, nor am I a linguist. But anyway, the state's Consumer Protection Agency has basically said that's a problem. But then that moved up into the upper echelons of Brazil. And the Brazilian whole country is now looking to say, yeah, I think that's probably a good law we want to pass through the whole rest of the place. And so that's kind of what they're going to be looking at is they're going to be possibly looking at having to make separate packaging just for Brazil. So there you have it. All right, let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Get out! That's right, because Ajit Pai is resigning on January 20th, and it could not happen soon enough. So start placing your bets now. Is he going to go back to Verizon with a six-figure income, or is he going to go to Comcast or Time Warner or somewhere else? 4 options. Where is he going to go? My bets are on Verizon because that's where he came from, and he did a lot of lobbying for them while he was supposed to be doing a service to the American people, and all he basically did is enrich his crony friends over at Verizon. So let's go ahead and give Ajit Pai a big send-off. Screw you, Reese's man. Go back to corporate industry so at least you're fighting on the party that, you know, we know what side you're on and you're not playing a double turncoat or something. There we have it. All right. Supreme Court will finally rule on the U.S. hacking laws. So this is actually an interesting one, and it could go either way at this point. So what's at the center of this is inside the hacking laws contains a clause that says any other use of a computer in an unauthorized manner. And what's at the center of this is there was I believe this one was one of these cases where the police officer, I think it was police officer's friend or something, went to the police officer to find the address or something of a lady. I think that was it. Now, there was another case like this which made it very illegal for police officers already to access these types of databases for non-professional uses. But part of the hacking law basically says that, hey, anything you do that might be considered, quote, unauthorized is technically hacking, and so that will, mean, millions of years in jail or something. Despite a rapist only gets, a couple years at best, minimum security, and hey, you just declare yourself to be a woman now in many places, and you get to, they basically lock you up with your victims. That's how insane our world's going. But you hack a computer, you're just going away for life, okay? We don't want to mess with the big ones. So the Supreme Court is finally ruling on this and trying to determine, does this computer law go too far? Because sure, it's one thing to sit there busting out the scripts and legitimately hacking into a service. It's another thing altogether if they said, hey, everybody and their brother can have access to the server. Same way when I worked for an academic startup company, we were selling online homework systems. I was in the college division. I still had access to every K through 12 kid in America's accounts at my fingertips. And it wouldn't be hacking. It's simply information available with my basic username and password. So they're asking that fundamental question. If it's something that they didn't have to break into the computer system to use, is that really hacking? And so it'll be interesting to see what happens with this Supreme Court case. But this could really go any direction. So yeah. Sorry, all this stuff is kind of political, but Section 230, it's Trump versus Trump. So without getting into the politics aside, of course, Donald Trump has been very vocal on Section 230 because I think this is the biggest part of his entire pregnancy. The pregnancy? Well, you may as well. We've been screwed. Presidency. Wow, Donald Trump's giving birth, guys. Heard it here first. So, wow, look, I turned colors. All right. So, the greatest weakness in his presidency is that he completely misunderstands technology. And it would appear that nobody around him understands technology. So he wants to sit here and repeal Section 230. The problem isn't Section 230. If Section 230 is repealed, the internet goes to the corporatists, and that's all there is to it. I can't run a forum, I can't run a blog, I can't do anything anymore because Section 230 is what is going to be able to protect the small business person. But you repeal this, guys like Google and Microsoft and Apple, these guys, they have the ability to put in the technology to overcome this and become very draconian, whereas I would not have that ability. What needs to happen is clarification of Section 230. And so with the clarification of Section 230, we need to define what is the bullet point list of a protection as a platform versus the constitutional rights of a publisher. We need to clearly delineate these because where this is coming from is right now, not so much YouTube, but Facebook and Twitter are the biggest culprits right now. These guys are absolutely behaving like publishers. They're simply banning stuff they don't agree with, and that is what a publisher does. Now, they're claiming Section 230 protection, and Trump wants to appeal Section 230. The problem is Section 230 is fine. We just need to clarify what is a publisher and what is a platform. Now, why the article says it's Trump versus Trump is one of the things that he did in the in one of the agreements between Mexico and Canada regarding tech is basically it's a Section 230. I think they have a summary of the law down here. So the deal between Mexico, Canada, United States, Mexico, Canada agreement, USMCA, specifically includes a version of the same law. The deal, which took effect over the summer, prohibits signatory countries from adopting any measures that would hold an interactive computer service liable for content created by others. That is Section 230. So the problem is that Facebook and Twitter, among others, are behaving more like a more like a publisher where they are editorializing content and they're behaving less like a platform, allowing people to express their views and opinions. In reality, the bar for what should be removed should be, does it violate the law? If it violates the law, and this is where YouTube is getting weaker in this, but still, like for a while, they would only remove content if there was an actual conviction on a case. Now, that was a few years ago. Now they just, whatever. It's not as bad, but that's kind of what we are seeing. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting to see what's going on down the pipeline. So Google apparently illegally spied on and retaliated against its workers. So the bottom line and core of the investigation is, are workers allowed to talk amongst themselves about their workplace? I mean, come on, guys. That's what the water cooler's for. That's what lunch with your friends once a week is for, to talk about them. I mean, I remember the business networking group I was part of before, nonsense happened. And in light of that, in light of all that happening, we used to get in there every other, I think it was like every other week, and we get in there, and it's about 10% or so of our time is complaining about our insane customers, clients, and workplaces. Of course, my workplace is the slave driver I work for, man. Oh, my lands. That guy just works me like no tomorrow. It's kind of crazy. But anyway. So Google's actions among workplace organizing efforts, including high-profile firings of several employees, were illegal violations of the National Labor Relations Act. So basically, they're investigating people getting in and trying to organize events basically the same things. Like Amazon's getting worse at this. Like Amazon's hiring private investigators to tail people they think are trying to create unions. That's how crazy Amazon's getting with this. But nevertheless, we are seeing some laws come down and some people looking into those. All right. Thousands of iPhone 12 owners are reportedly report persistent dropping of cell signals. You'd think in 2020 we'd figure out how to get phones to make calls. But apparently this is not a thing. Okay, phones to make calls? Pfft, what is that nonsense you're talking about? All right, so with the release of any new device, users are bound to stumble upon a few bugs missed during testing. Most of the time, glitches are not much more than an annoyance, but they can be a deal breaker on rare occasions. Now there's one of these. So basically, it's Apple. You know, Apple's going to say, you're holding it wrong, of course. But anyway, the new device has something wrong with it where it's just consistently dropping stuff. So the bug is not the only hiccup. It experiences many other issues. Oh, by the way, I'll mention this on Mac users. If you're doing anything with like Java, do not upgrade to Big Sur. A friend of mine's taking some courses in Java right now, upgraded the Mac, or the Mac's like, hey, upgrade, sure, whatever. NetBeans and Java doesn't work with Big Sur. Not easily anyway. If you know how to fix that, let me know. I'll pass the information down. But anyway, a phone. Apple has done so good. They have released a phone that doesn't apparently make phone calls. Well, if you want to help support the channel and you are looking for some good projects, have a look at Linode. I've been doing a couple of videos and projects with Linode recently. Use my affiliate code there, tlm.li/Linode. You'll get $100 in credit, which is good for 60 days. You can spin up as many machines as you want to play around with in that period of time, and then you can go ahead and just start using what you are using. So as far as comparing it to AWS or Google's services, you're actually going to pay quite a bit less for these. So the lower tier that I'm working with right now, they're about $5 a month, which is actually really good for the types of servers that you are getting. So have a look at Linode. I'll use my affiliate link, tlm.li/Linode for $100 in credit. 60-day free trial. It does require a valid credit card. Go ahead and get that out of the way as well. So let's head on over to Sillyville, shall we? Where did my comments go? I got the goof. Use VPN. Let's see. Next up, security. Prefer living in farming land. Okay. Here in California, my major decided to go to the French Laundry. Oh, your mayor decided to go to the French Laundry. Who the hell is this guy? Oh, well, not only did he go to the French Laundry, he also was joined by the state medical board, by the way. You know, all the guys are like, we're following the science. We've got to do all this kind of, yeah. Your mayor's just an ignorant fool. Why were the medical science advisors there? That's a good question for the mayor and stuff. Yes, up there in Cali. All right. Me, life without cookies and KFC and ice cream is the end of the world. I don't like anything have sugar in it. Sugar is disgusting. Yeah. Pie hole is out. Yes. All right. Who is this guy? Yay! He's in charge of the FCC, Federal Communications Corp. Yeah, he's a moron. All right. Well, he's going to remove the First Amendment of the web, yeah. 4 pie holes here. Yep. Yeah, I got, how many do I have? Actually I do. I have 4 pies. I have a pie 0, 2 pie 4s, and a pie 2. Yeah, I got lots of pie around here. On the bright side, we had to wait for a Sleepy Joe. I don't know if that's a bright side or not. Complaining about myself? Yes, I am. Catalina crapped on my sister's MacBook. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with Big Sur for sure. 2021. Rolaids, Tums, Pepto-Bismol to be outlawed by Christmas for their cancer-causing issues. Warm milk and nutmeg milk still legal. Definitely interesting. Have a great weekend. If you don't mind, God bless you. All right, we'll see you later, Titus, but you're going to miss Sillyville. But we've hit the bottom of the comments. If you want to stick around, we're going to jump into Sillyville right now. We'll make this one a little quicker. If I can finish this show by 10:30, I will be very happy. It's been a crazy week, guys. Crazy week. All right. I know I say that like every week, but it's like every week it's testing me more and more. It's kind of nutsoid. So first in Sillyville, PlayStation nonsense is still going on. So PlayStation is reportedly censoring PS5 users on Twitter. So apparently you can tie in your PlayStation. Is this PS5? Yeah. So you can tie in your PlayStation with Twitter, and I guess you can tweet from your console there. And the problem is that they put in this profanity filter that is catching stuff that's not profane in the slightest and calling it profane. So let's see, you want to screenshot the wonderful Astro's Playroom, but PS5 asked me to remove profanity to continue. So you can see the note over here says remove profanity to continue. His quote says, Aristro's Playroom is such a delightful experience. One might even get a bit emotional at the torrent of cuteness and PlayStation nostalgia on display. So many fond memories. Brilliant marketing by Sony. Hashtag PS5 share. Hashtag Astro's Playroom. So apparently that is profane. You said something nice, dude. Stop saying nice things. There's no mention of this within the parental controls either, so it can't be removed. You can't like, hey, I'll let my kid cuss up a storm. Apparently it's something on the back end, and it's not exactly working quite right. More PlayStation 5 nonsense. I promise it's not all PlayStation 5. I just continuing on from last week. Man tells wife his new PlayStation 5 is an air purifier. Wife sells his PS5. So he buys this new, very expensive air purifier, which was working very well. This dude managed to get off this PlayStation as being an air purifier until a rat died in the couple's house. A rat dies and the air purifier did not hide the smell. And since the air purifier did not hide the smell, the wife figured out, oh, it's a PlayStation 5. Now, I'm not sure what type of incompetent fool it takes to figure out that thing is a gaming console and not a air purifier, but okay. So when she finds out that it is indeed a PlayStation 5, she makes him sell it because apparently he's been pussy whooped. When the buyer shows up to get the gaming system, he was met by the sad husband instead of the woman he'd spoken with on the phone. The husband told the buyer, "It's my wife who wants to sell it." I went silent after seeing my look in his eyes. I could feel his pain, the buyer posted to Facebook. Guys, I'm going to remind you again, as I reminded you last week, it's a gaming console. We don't need to get all emotional about it. It's just a gaming console. The Internet Archive is now emulating and archiving Adobe Flash animations. Of course, this is the month, guys. This is the month we've been waiting for. Flash is officially being taken to the back of the barn by the Adobe masters and double tapping it. And so Internet Archive is now collecting and archiving the Adobe Flash animations in games. So if you cannot get enough of the Macarena dance with macaronis or any of the other, the hamster dance, any of those types of things that were the internet memes of the 90s into the early 2000s, if you cannot get enough of those, head on over to the Internet Archive. They will have a lot of them, okay? So that is just going to be the glorious place to go. This family, this isn't tech related, it was just kind of cute. This family returns home to find a baby koala is perched on the Christmas tree in their lounge. So there you go, look at that. A koala bear just kind of got on in and decided to hang out on their tree. That's a really cool ornament there. Yes, it is. Very nice. Microsoft is selling ugly Windows sweaters, and part of the proceeds benefit girls who code. So I guess you can get your ugly Windows Christmas shirts. I mean, this is a Christmas shirt. You got the Christmas tree, you got the snowflake. And then, of course, you have all of the Windows Paint stuff. I have to say, I might actually enjoy one of these sweaters. I mean, just for the nostalgia of it. Of course, in my school, we didn't have Windows Paint, but we did have like the Macintosh version in the library. Those good old days of study hall, spending an hour doing some crap with paint on a Mac, because why not, right? But yeah, I mean, the ugly Christmas sweaters, here we have them. There you go. Oh, look at that one. I think I don't know. I don't know which one I like the best. This one actually has all the icons. I like this one the best. It actually has all of the icons, and it's an untitled paint. So, very cool. But you can go ahead and pick up your very own ugly Christmas sweater. Is XP this year. It even comes in a software box. That is so epic. That's cool. I like that. That's neat. All right. Microsoft Teams. We already, of course, talked about Microsoft Teams and their crazy spyware in the privacy section this week. But now Microsoft Teams is getting an Apple CarPlay support for on-the-move calls. So as if we didn't have enough to worry about on the road, like, you know, the guy I'm driving on down the road and the guy in the Tesla's passed out in the front seat and the Tesla's driving on down, rapidly accelerating into the fire engine, poomies, you're driving on down, you see the explosion in the side of the mirror, you're going on, you go, God, and you're going over, and then you get some Chevy Bolt over there just combusts into flames because the batteries are recalled on those things. You know, and then some hacker took control of the Jeep Cherokee over there, and he's running. He's playing a live action game of like Grand Theft Auto or something. And then you're going on down the road, just like, all right, I got this guy. This guy looks kind of normal. He's awake. He's conscious. What's he doing? He's watching a Zoom meeting. Oh, I'm sorry, a Microsoft Teams meeting on his infotainment system on his car. Send me back to the woods, people. Society's getting insane. Okay, we don't need more distracted drivers on the road with Microsoft Teams on the infotainment systems. My God. For on-the-move calls, how much of your productivity score for Microsoft Teams is scored by you watching and participating in a conference call on the road? You should be driving. You shouldn't be in a meeting. I'm driving right now. I can't focus on the meeting. I'll call and join the meeting when I get to my destination. Whatever happened to that? Oh no. We need to be surrounded by death traps of flying Teslas, exploding Bolts, hacked Chevys, and now we have Microsoft Teams on an infotainment system in my car. Great. This world is getting insane. Well, if you want to help me stay out of the highways and byways, you can support me over on Subscribestar. Subscribestar.com/switched-to-linux. You can jump on in over there, help support the channel that way. We also do have thinklifemedia.com and Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. You can jump on any of those places to help support the channel. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Woohoo! We have like 10 minutes left. All right. World is becoming more like Black Mirror episode. Yep. Proposition 65 in California. This building can expose you to chemicals known to the state of California. The next step is anime on PS5 War. So on a plaque in the building. Yeah, Zombieland, Rule 4. I thought it was Rule 2. I thought it was Rule 2 was double tap. Am I wrong about that? Can anybody else confirm? We seem to have a debate going. Is it? I thought it was Rule number 2, double tap. That's what I thought it was. Let me get logged into my network here. See if I can figure it out. Anti-ski mask sweaters. Buy me a car. Normies are ruining technology. They keep you using low quality technology. Sounds like a computer game. Dodge the team cars. There you go. Yeah. Dodge the team cars. Dodge the team cars. Okay. Yeah. Gonna use a bike. No info car. Yeah. I gotta watch out though for the Tesla. All right. We have a debate going on. Is it double tap? Is it Rule 2 or is it Rule 4. Let me turn off. Up, desktop audio is off. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. That's right. I better turn my audio down there so that I don't get like a copyright strike or something on this. All right, let me turn the audio way down. Should have been early on, right? Oh, it is rule number 2. It is rule number 2. Where's my desktop? Where's my desktop view? There you go. Desktop view. There you go. Rule number 2, double tap. All right. Had to clear that one up for the chat. All right, all right. Let's see. Even YouTube has a profanity filter, calling smart YouTube blocking ads as profanity for phone apps. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and see if the kitty is still on the kitty chair. Oh, kitty is on the kitty chair. Kitty's on the kitty chair. That means we need to go and feed kitty kitty. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty. Ooh. Oh, I hear another kitty. Is there another kitty over here? Oh, there is another kitty. Let's see if I can get the other kitty on the screen too. Kitty, kitty. Hey, you. One for you. And oh, there's one. No, that one's for her. That one's for her. You get to lick the fingers. There you go. There you go. Alright. I will give you one more. Here you go. You get to lick the fingers. You only got 3 or 4 today, dude. You're a Bugsy cat. That's it. You get people food. You only need 2. He's going at it, guys. He's going at it. All right. We got a double catter. Yeah, that other cat, she comes up for kitty treats these days. She's got that kitty treat bag figured out. All right, guys. I think we will wrap this one up right about here. Yeah, I will try to have the Nextcloud video up tomorrow. I may not. So we'll figure it out. It's been a crazy week. I might just want to ignore it and just release it early Monday instead. I think I'm just going to take the weekend off, in fact. So, is Zombieland 2 any good? I don't know. I haven't seen it. Dominates wolf clans worldwide by sitting on wolf pack leader. CJ's like, if she doesn't want it, I'll take it. Yep. All right, guys. We will see you in the next video. Next live should be on Wednesday. So we'll go ahead and see what that looks like. Thanks for hanging out, and we will catch you guys